Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. I've been doing some thinking as I'm spending time out here with little Marty, and I'm realizing that having a dog is better than having a wife. Let's say you're out for a walk and your dog wanders off. Well, all you do is you whistle, and the dog immediately perks up and realizes, hey, I'm doing something wrong. He's happy that you've called him. He feels ashamed that he's wandered off, and he immediately comes back. Well, if you're in the mall with your wife, maybe you're looking at some sports equipment, and she happens to wander off to go look at something else, and you whistle at her, she gets upset. She doesn't feel ashamed that she's left you, and she doesn't necessarily come back. In fact, if she does come back, she might be angry. Let's say you've forgotten your dog's birthday. You remember at the last minute and you haven't got him anything. Well, you could just go outside and find something on the street, like a stick, and give it to him. He'll be happy. He'll be ecstatic. He'll play with the stick. You can play with him. You can throw the stick. He'll happily go and get it and bring it back. He'll think this is the best birthday I've ever had. If you forget your wife's birthday, and you go out on the street and you find something on the street, like maybe your neighbor is throwing away an old air fryer, you can't just pick that up and give it to her. You could try. You could say, honey, look, I got this for your birthday. I found this air fryer. It's not working. Maybe we could spend some time together watching some how to fix it videos, and we can try and fix this and get it working together. We can spend quality time doing that. She won't appreciate that. She may even get angry and upset, even though maybe in the past she's told you that she wanted an air fryer. If you forget to feed your dog and give him water 2 days in a row, he won't complain. He'll wait quietly by his bowl until you remember, and then he'll be happy that he got his food. If you forget to prepare dinner and maybe buy a nice bottle of wine 2 days in a row for your wife, she might accuse you of being cheap, lazy, and insensitive to her needs. Let's say your dog needs his fingernails clipped. Well, you take him to the dog place and they clip his fingernails. It takes about 10 minutes and it costs about 15 bucks. When he's done, he runs out and he's happy to be with you again, and he wants to play with you, and he's happy that his fingernails are clipped. If your wife needs her toenails clipped, it's a huge ordeal. You have to drive her to a special place where she usually meets a friend and spends 2 or 3 hours having things done to her feet. It usually involves her going out to lunch with her friends afterwards and spending about $50 or $60. Sometimes there's some shopping involved. You have to wait for a text when she calls you to come and pick her back up, which can be 3, 4, 5, 6 hours later. You have to be ready for that. And when she gets back, she's done something like painted her toenails blue or beige. You can't say, I don't like those colors. I prefer it when you paint them pink or red. You actually have to lie. You have to tell her, oh honey, that looks great. The whole process costs more, it takes longer, and you have to be disingenuous. If you make Kraft dinner 12 days in a row, they sell Kraft dinner in cases of 12, your dog will be ecstatic. When you're eating it at the kitchen table, he will wait there and happily watch you, hoping that you give him some. You could be sitting on the couch. You can give your dog a spoon of the Kraft dinner and he'll be really happy that you're sharing. Now your wife, on the other hand, she won't let you make Kraft dinner 12 days in a row. In fact, some wives will get mad on the first day. They'd rather go to a restaurant. They don't think that a meal of Kraft dinner is good enough for them. They certainly wouldn't be happy to sit on the couch watching sports with you while you eat your Kraft dinner 12 days in a row. She won't respect your choice in food. If you notice that your dog is getting a little bit chubby, you can put him on a diet and you can take him to the park and make him run around to lose weight. If you notice that your wife is getting a little bit chubby, you can't put her on a diet. She'll eat whatever she wants. And if you take her to the park and ask her to run around to lose weight, she'll get angry. She'll say that you're being cruel, and she'll tell you that you should accept her the way she is. If a salesman comes to your front door, your dog will probably run to the door and start barking at him. If someone who's collecting money for charity comes to your door, your dog will probably run to the door and start growling and try and shoo him away. Your wife, on the other hand, would gladly invite the salesman in to look over what he's trying to sell. She may actually want to buy what he's selling. If someone who's collecting for a charity comes to your door, your wife will probably want to give him money as well. If the person that's collecting for the charity only accepts cash, she may ask you for money if she doesn't have enough in her purse. She may say, honey, I've only got $20. Can you give me $50? I don't have enough to give to this guy who's collecting for this worthy charity. If you decide to sit on the couch and watch sports all day long, your dog will respect your choice. He will sit on the couch with you and keep you company. Your wife will not respect your choice. She'll get angry and she'll tell you that you shouldn't be sitting on the couch watching sports all day. She certainly won't sit on the couch and keep you company. If you happen to be grumpy and in a bad mood one day and you yell at your dog will respect the way you feel, and he'll find a little corner in the house to sit and wait for you to cheer up. If you're in a grumpy mood and you yell at your wife, she won't respect your feelings. She'll yell back at you. If you go on a long road trip, you can easily put your dog in the back of the truck. He'll sit quietly throughout the trip, and you only have to stop every now and then to let him out to pee. If you take your wife on a road trip, she won't sit quietly. She'll want to talk the whole way. And you'll have to stop much more often than just when she has to go to pee. She'll want to stop for lunch. She'll want to stop to look at things. The road trip will last twice as long. It'll take you forever to get wherever you want to go. If you have to travel farther and you need to take a plane, you can just check your dog in for about $50. You can give him a sedative and he'll be happy for the whole trip. If you want to go on a long trip with your wife, you have to pay for a full ticket. Sometimes you'll have to go to business class because she won't want economy. It'll cost you a lot more. She won't necessarily want to be quiet throughout the flight. You'll have to talk and talk and talk. You might have to watch an in-flight movie together and pause it at the same time and discuss it with her. You can't give your wife a sedative. If you're trying to prepare a snack one day in the kitchen and you heap up a big plate of nachos and you happen to spill some on the ground, your dog will take initiative. He will take it as his duty to come and clean up the spilt nachos. He won't stop until every crumb has been cleaned up. Your wife, on the other hand, will not take initiative. She will call you a clumsy pig. Rather than help you, she will stand there and mock you while you try and clean it up. Don't use that cloth there. That cloth is for the dishes. Use that other cloth. If you happen to be in a playful mood one day, you can scruff up your dog's hair, push him around, wrestle with him, and get him in a headlock for fun. If you try and get your wife in a headlock for fun, she'll get angry. Now, I've done an experiment that absolutely proves that having a dog is better than having a wife. A controlled experiment. I did it on a day that was not too hot. I did it in the shade. I made sure that both parts of the experiment were conducted in similar ways. I convinced my dog to get inside the trunk of my car by offering him a treat. I closed the door and I waited half an hour. When I opened the trunk, he leapt out and was so happy to see me. His tail was wagging and he was licking me and he was my best friend. He was so happy that he experienced that half an hour in the trunk of my car. I convinced my wife to get inside the trunk of the car while I was cleaning it, telling her that I couldn't reach a certain spot with the vacuum cleaner. And when she got in there, I closed the trunk and I left her in there for half an hour. After half an hour, I opened the trunk and she leapt out with the tire iron ready to hit me. She was angry and wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day. In fact, I haven't talked to her since. And those are my reasons that absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, prove that having a dog is better than having a wife. Right, Marty? Right? It looks like it's just you and me, kid. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments in the comments section. Let me know your reasons why having a dog is better than having a wife. I'll read your comments. I'm sure there's lots of them. And see if you can encourage your wives to watch this video and learn and try and be more sensitive to your needs.